Hey, Alfonso Gomez, your realtor. Wanted to take a moment and talk to you guys about that new controversial housing law, the rent cap and just cause evictions, California Assembly Bill 1482. Now, I've already done a video explaining both of those issues in this Assembly bill, and then I did a video specifically about the rent cap. Now I want to cover the second part, more specifically about the just cause evictions. This is what we're going to be talking about in this video, specifically about the just cause evictions. What is it that means? How do the tenants know? Well, here it is. Okay. Before I continue, I got to let you know, I am not a licensed attorney. I'm a licensed real estate broker in the state of California. So if you as a tenant are going through legal issues, I strongly suggest that you talk to a licensed attorney in the state of California. I can refer you to people. You can reach out to me. But again, I'm a licensed broker, not licensed to do law in the state of California. What is just cause? Just cause is, what is just cause? Just cause can be broken down to two reasons: at fault or not at fault. So when the tenant is at fault, okay, the landlord has just cause to evict you. Not at fault, the tenant at fault is non-payment of rent, breach of contract, okay, nuisance, waste, illegal use of property, assignment, or subletting in violation of lease, you'd be at fault. Criminal activity on the property or common areas, or criminal threats against the owner or agent on or off the property. If you as a tenant or a tenant is threatening the owner or an agent of the owner, that's a just cause for the tenant for the landlord to evict you. Okay. Other reasons can be refusal to allow access. Okay, employee termination, the tenant's written notice to vacate, a demand that the tenant sign a new lease with similar terms and durations. If you don't want to sign the lease, now the landlord has just cause to evict you. Okay, now let's talk about non-fault, no fault reasons a landlord evicts you. So when the tenant is not at fault, it is called no fault. This can be owner occupancy, if the owner decides to move into the property. The owner can be the owner, the spouse, domestic partner, the child, the grandchild, the parents, the grandparents, or the owner of the owner decide to occupy the property, assuming that there is a lease provision allowing this, okay? Another no-fault reason is a withdrawal from the rental market from the owner. If the owner decides not to be a landlord anymore and doesn't want to rent the property, that's another no-fault reason. Substantial remodeling, keyword, substantial. It has to be something that there's going to be a construction crew going to the property. Typically, they're going to have to pull permits. Typically, they're going to have to tear walls down, major remodeling. So remember, repainting a room or putting carpet into a certain room is not enough to be called substantial. Be careful with the details on that. And compliance. Okay, again, non-tenant fault reason to evict. Compliance with governmental order to vacate the property. So what happens when the landlord asks you to leave and the tenant is not at fault? Well, now there is a no-fault relocation fee that the landlord has to pay. It is 1 month's rent. 1 month's rent. There's two ways that the landlord can pay it out. They can pay it directly to the tenant, the amount of 1 month's rent, or they can not charge for that last month's payment. Okay? All of this has to be documented in writing to the tenant from the landlord. How they're going to pay it out, whether the eviction or the termination of the tenancy was fault or non-fault of the tenant, and all that has to be in writing. I hope this video helped you. If you found it informative, follow me. I'm always giving updates on real estate news, real estate updates, and things you need to take in consideration when you're buying or selling a house. Obviously, I also cover any new laws pertaining to landlords and tenants. If it does help you, follow my page. Follow me also on social media. Anyway, Alfonso Gomez, your realtor. Looking forward to closing my next deal with you.